let's talk about writing a hook. One of the things that you need in a hook is something that's memorable. It grabs you, it pulls you in, and every time you hear it, you think, it's that song. So when you're writing a song, you really want to have something that's memorable. But I think, like Lenny Kravitz, Are You Gonna Go My Way, is just like so repetitive that the hook stops being powerful by the end. Recently, in the interview with Rick Beato talking to Derek Trucks, he said that he learned from his mentor that people remember the first 4 bars and the last 4 bars of a song. So I've got a little hook that I have put together right before this video because I was thinking, all right, what would be kind of interesting here? Listen to this, and then let's talk about it, okay? Okay, so I'm probably not going to win any awards for that. But let's talk about what's happening there. It's got a repetitive chord structure, just 2 chords, A minor and G. And then it has a third interval. And it's just A minor to G and then back to the open E minor. And so simple enough, right? Like take that, write a song with it, have fun. You won't hurt my feelings any. But the idea there with that riff is that you have this repetition that's there, and you could then get into a groove, and someone could start, shall we say, spitting rhymes over a riff like that. But it would come on, you'd hear that in the intro, and then now everything that comes after that can play into that, and you get that third interval is always immediately, for most people, exciting. If you've ever listened to some of the Latin styles of music where you'll get these riffs that come in where there'll be thirds, but it'll be an interval over on the piano way up high on the high notes, and they'll do runs on those third intervals. It immediately sounds engaging, and it sounds a little different because you're used to fifths in a lot of rock and roll. So when you're writing a hook and you're trying to get a riff put together, consider looking for third intervals just because they stand out a little bit different. So when you think about writing a hook or a riff, you want repetition. Repetition validates, but you also want to have something that at least when it comes on, you go, oh, that draws me in. That surprises me a little bit. There's lots of opportunities for writing hooks. And the number one thing you want to do as a songwriter is not bore people with just boring cowboy chords. There's actually some good examples of the opposite of that. I think there's maybe even some good Johnny Cash and old country western songs that fit, that break that mold, where you just hear those cowboy chords and you're like, oh man, here it comes. But on average, when you're writing something, especially for today's radio stations and for what people are listening to when they listen to Spotify or looking for stuff on YouTube, you need something with some Velcro. It'll stick in their mind and they'll be humming it all day long. All right, so go ahead, grab that lick, write a song with it. Or in the comments, share me one that you've written. All right, have a great week.